Welcome back to Cars and Johnny, and today I'd like to introduce my 1969 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. I purchased this car from a couple in Kapolei. Kind of a unique story. The owners' last names were Truelove. They were the original owners. They actually drove the car from the East Coast to the West Coast, eventually ending up in Hawaii. So I was intrigued and asked him what year it was, and he said it was 1969. So Mr. Truelove led me down to the garage to have a look at it. And when he pulled the cover off, I was amazed by this beautiful silver paint job, chrome accents. Everything was original other than the paint job. It had been freshly painted. I could tell that this car meant something to Mr. Truelove. The car was his baby, and he had taken care of it over all those years. Everything just left me in awe because that's not what I was expecting when I went down to see the car. What I was expecting was, a rusty old Karmann Ghia that would probably need a lot of work, maybe running, but just, not really what I expected. A Karmann Ghia was a car that my wife was passionate about. It was one of the first cars that she wanted to get when she was a teenager. And what she ended up doing was she ended up settling for a squareback. And that was the first car that she ever owned, so a Volkswagen squareback. She did own a couple of different Volkswagens over the years, but was quite accustomed to, how they were to drive. So I called my wife on the spot, telling her what I was looking at, and actually texting her at the same time pictures of what I was seeing. She shared in my excitement, and the first thing was that it was their name was very unique to me, Truelove. And then number two was the year of the car, 1969. And then the third thing was my wife's love for Volkswagens. This car was meant to be, passed on to us possibly. And so I asked them, how much they would sell it for. They gave me an offer of $5,000, and I thought it was a fair price. So we settled at that $5,000, and we ended up buying it the next day. We actually ended up borrowing some money from my wife's brother, and he was a Volkswagen guy too. He had a Volkswagen bus back in the day. And so the next day, my wife and I were owners of a 1969 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. Currently, I'm going through a shakedown, ensuring the reliability so my wife can finally enjoy driving it to the local grocery store and relive her youth. And I'll give you a little history on the Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. The Volkswagen Karmann Ghia was a stylish sports car that was produced by the German automaker Volkswagen in 1955 and 1974. It was a collaboration between the two renowned companies, Volkswagen and Karmann. The Karmann was designed to combine affordability with sleek Italian styling and quickly became a beloved classic. In the 1950s, Volkswagen was looking to expand their product lineup beyond their popular Beetle model. They wanted to create a more stylish, sportier car that would appeal to a wider audience. At the same time, Karmann, with their expertise in coach building, was seeking a new project to showcase their design and engineering capabilities. This led to a partnership between the two companies. The Volkswagen Karmann Ghia was built on the chassis and mechanical foundation of the Volkswagen Beetle, which provided a reliable, efficient platform. However, the Karmann Ghia had a completely unique body design that was virtually striking and aerodynamically efficient. The car featured a low, sleek profile with smoothly curved lines, giving it an elegant and distinctive appearance. Its rounded front end boasted a beautiful sculpted hood, flanked by large round headlights that added an air of sophistication. The flowing roofline seamlessly transitioned into the rear, which featured a subtle yet eye-catching tail fin and slim lights. Inside, the Karmann Ghia offered a comfortable, well-appointed cabin. It featured seating for four with luxurious upholstery and tasteful trim details. Despite its compact dimensions, the Karmann Ghia provided a surprising amount of interior space, making it an enjoyable car for long drives. Under the hood, the Karmann Ghia was powered by various engines throughout its production years. Initially, it was equipped with an air-cooled, rear-mounted engine like the Beetle, offering modest performance and excellent reliability, around 50 horsepower. In later years, the engine options were improved to provide more power, enhancing the driver experience. 60 horsepower. The Volkswagen Karmann Ghia was a true automotive icon, offering a unique blend of stylish design, affordability, and practicality. Its popularity endured for nearly 2 decades, and today it remains a sought-after classic car cherished by collectors and enthusiasts alike, like myself and my wife. So there you have it. It's a brief history on the background and detail of the overview of the legendary Volkswagen Karmann Ghia, and I'll probably end the video on the way home. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, and so, you know, the car's pretty fun to drive. I mean, I haven't really taken it on turns or anything, but it's relatively light. I think it's like 1,800 pounds. I don't know, 1,850, somewhere around there. So it's very light. I do have door panels for it, so that's going to be going on next. I'm going to slowly start doing some, right now I'm just trying to get the car to drive and remain and idle smoothly, and then so that it can just be reliable driving it to and from. So I'm going to be probably doing longer drives, maybe even around the island. I'll probably post a video on that soon. I mean, a lot of people say that if you don't drive these cars, they'll just stop working. So I think the more you drive them, the better it is. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know I didn't show all aspects of the car, but I did share a little bit of background that I've learned about the car, and also a little bit of background on us getting the car. And I hope you enjoyed that. And it's just basically my, my experience of my car journey. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.